Welcome back to the FSM Prep Rally. We are at Allegaint Stadium for the NIAA State Championship games, and we got a full slate of games, 4 games on docket tonight. The first game was Lake Mead versus Pershing County. And Antt, what do you think about the games? What do you think about everything going on?
We got a full slate of games today. Nothing but competition. The best of all of Nevada. We get to see the elites, the best talent we got, and I'm excited for today, man.
Well, I'll put it like this: we're rooting for all the schools in the South. So we're rooting for all the Southern Nevada schools. But man, let's just get right to it. Let's go check out the Lake Mead game. Joining us now is our FSM Prep Rally player of the game for the 2A NIAA State Title, Antonio Span. All right, man, look, congratulations on the title.
Yes, sir.
3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Man, what's going through your mind when you scored the first one?
Man, I was thinking it was ease. I know they can't guard me over top, so they have to double me. You know, some slight. I do this on a regular though, so it don't matter.
So, okay, so the second one, and the first one you blew by him. The second one was kind of similar play. You squeezed in between two, and you caught in between them, took it the rest of the way. I mean, did you kind of know at that point you had the game in hand?
Yeah, of course. Cause I know they was trying to bait me over the top, and they don't know about that skinny post, so it was gonna come with the skinny post. Some they ain't seen. You already know.
So, what's it like playing for this staff? I mean, this program is 3 years. In 3 years, they went from being a team that wasn't really successful to now winning the state title. You got a bunch of coaches that played in collegiate football and played some pro football as well. What's it like to work with them?
Man, it's good. Learning from the best, you know. If I don't got it, I know they got it. They help me with it, you know. I love it. I don't like it, so you already know. Coming to win it all, like we did today.
So before the game, you said, before we did the interview, you said that you weren't satisfied. What's going to be satisfying to you?
Probably next season when I can come out, do better, go harder, more stats, more everything, increasing.
Well, you see Antonio Span. Let's watch the highlights of the game right now.
Sir.
Joining me now is the head coach from the Division 2A champion Lake Mead Eagles, Nate Oishi. Okay, so we've known each other a few years since you played at UNLV. Okay, you took over the program 3 years ago, and it was almost like a startup.
Yep.
In 3 years, you built it into a state championship. How do you feel right now?
Honestly, it hasn't sunk in yet. Now I'm starting to think about it, but I'm just proud of the kids, the coaches. Regardless of the situation for the last 3 years, these seniors, juniors, freshmen, and the coaches, no matter what situation we were in, they didn't set an expectation or a limit on what they could do. They came out and competed every day, and I'm just proud of all these guys. A lot of them never thought they could be here, and once they got rid of their expectation, they just came and competed, earned the day every day, and now we're here. So they earned it.
When we came to the school last year, there was the lights that were generated, that were generators. There was bugs flying around. I mean, it was like pickup football, 1980s, the movie Lucas style football, but we had a ball. This year, you guys got lights put up. You guys got permanent lights. You guys are building this program.
Yes, sir.
When you see it and you kind of like take a step back and look at what you're building, like, how does that make you feel? Like, have you taken the time to even step back and say, like, this is special?
We've been so focused on winning the day, and then I think the first game there was lights. I'm usually running around in the morning trying to set up for hours. And I remember looking at the lights and I teared up a little bit because it was just like the hard work that me and my coaches did, the players did, we could see it just with lights. And I told the kids, you know, whether it's Allegiant or where we play or any of these other fields, doesn't matter. We have a job to do and we're going to come earn it every day.
How special is it to win it with guys that you played with?
That's what made it. All those long nights, lining the field, setting up portable lights, getting 25 kids to show up to tryouts 3 years ago. I think I wouldn't have done it without those guys. We stuck together, we picked each other up, and it's been fun. It's been really fun.
You guys outscored your opponents coming into the game 512 to like 72. I mean, you guys were dog walking people all year. What's the key to your success? Because last year you had Zach as a quarterback, and now you have a freshman coming in, and he threw 52 touchdowns heading into the game.
I think the team and the coaches were never satisfied. Like, when you tell me that stat, unless someone tells me, I don't know. Like, we're just next play. We're tunnel vision. Hopefully now we can enjoy it. It's going to start sinking in now that the season's over. But I think the key is just next play, and never getting satisfied. The power of satisfaction. I talked to the kids too. Like, there's been teams we beat this year that we never beat at their place. And in 24 months, we went from getting blown out to now flipping the script, and that's the power of satisfaction.
Man, well, congratulations, Nate. I'm so happy for you and the guys.
Thank you.
There are certain games where, as a media person, you're not supposed to root for people. Well, there's a couple today I'm rooting for people, and you were the first one.
You guys are the OGs.
Man, I appreciate that, brother. So congratulations,
Thank
Nate.
you.
I love you, brother.
Love you too.
Next game up, Faith Lutheran and Bishop Manogue. Let's get to it. The 5A Division II title, Bishop Manogue beat Faith Lutheran 40-21, but let's be honest. Bishop Manogue and the schools in the north did not want to play Bishop Gorman, Liberty, or any of the top schools in Southern Nevada, so they complained enough to have 5A Division II during realignment. So congratulations on your participation trophy title.
Well, actually, you know, they just didn't avoid Bishop Gorman. They avoided our top 5 teams, the Auburn Views, the Liberties, Desert Pines. They avoided some of our better teams. So shout out to Faith, had a hell of a year.
Hell of a year. They beat
and turned it on real late.
So they beat the 8th best team in Las Vegas.
Okay, yeah, especially in our rankings.
In our rankings, yeah, 100%. So, I mean, look, congratulations to them for their state title. Good job. I mean, we've seen them last year when.
I think it might be the first one ever in school history.
For them?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, they won a bunch back in the day. I'm Mr. Nevada football
That was
history.
McQueen. That ain't them.
But they won some too, though.
Oh, they may have got one.
Well, whatever, who cares?
Okay.
You know, but hey, last year they got beat by, got beat by Bishop Gorman.
Yep.
This year, they ended up, coming out and beating Faith Lutheran, again, 40-21. So, congratulations to them. Faith Lutheran, hell of a job. Mike Safford, great job coaching that team.
Yeah.
Rogers, the quarterback, I mean, he's different. I like the way he moves and gets the ball out the pocket.
Yeah, that team got, because I remember you said you seen him at the beginning of the year. What I seen at the end of the year was a way different team, Joe. They just kept getting better and better and better. And still got a lot of young players and still can come back next year, do it again. If not, get the job done.
The thing was, I think what the kill shot was in this game, if we're going to talk about
2 minutes.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. Faith Lutheran punted the ball.
Man.
Manogue gets it back, and then 2 plays later, they score a 50-yard touchdown. It gave them a 2-score lead, and then it came again and scored right out of halftime. And that just kind of really lengthened the game and kind of put the game out of reach. But
game-changing moments. That was game-changing moments. And they also had a chance to hold in the third quarter. Couldn't recover the fumble and couldn't make a stop on 4th and 3. Little things like that changed the whole game, man.
The middle 8, man. The middle 8, we talk about it all the time. You got to win the middle 8. Faith Lutheran did it, but congratulations on a great year from Faith Lutheran.
Yeah.
The next game coming up is Centennial and Sunrise Mountain.
Now, I heard you pick Sunrise Mountain.
Man, look, you out your box. Centennial Bulldog, man. Bulldog bred, Bulldog strong.
Okay.
Before we get to that game, let us show you the highlights of Faith Lutheran and Bishop Manogue. Welcome back to the FSM Prep Rally. I'm Joe Arrigo, Anthony Bernard, and our player of the game from the 4A title game. He had 5 touchdowns in total. He was our player of the game in week 2 when they played Palo Verde. Vic Plotnikoff, First of all, congratulations, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
4A title, how good does it feel coming from a program that you started off 1-18 the last 2 years? Now you're 9-1, 10-1 with the ring.
It's incredible, you know. The people that stuck it through those 2 years were really hard. And the people who stayed together and we persevered through it. We knew that this year would be different, and we showed out.
And you know, you got something on top of the big bro.
Yeah.
You did something that he couldn't do.
Sure did.
Hey man, you did something me and Joe never done in high school. You never won a state championship. Even if he lied and say he did, he didn't. Okay.
95 Upland High School.
What does it feel like right now, man, to win a state championship?
It's an incredible feeling. It's nothing like it. It's like a birthday all over again.
Okay.
It's incredible. Especially sharing this with my teammates and the coaches. It's an incredible feeling.
Man, Sunrise Mountain, a good program, a tough team. They came out and you guys jumped out to an early 14-0 lead. They came back. And it seemed like the second quarter you guys had a little lull, and then you guys picked things up. What was it that clicked for you guys that made you pick the game up?
Yeah, you know, between every series we came together and we talked about what works, what doesn't, and the coaches always do a great job of coming with a new plan, and we keep going, and the defense gets a big stop on defense, and that's just what kicks everything off. A stop or a turnover, and we get going.
You guys have been to a lot of highs and lows. Like last week, that was a war.
Yeah.
What pushes you guys to give more, to overcome every obstacle? You know,
it's always that feeling that your season could end at any moment, and whenever you know that this could be your last game of your entire career, you don't want it to end. So you make sure that you do everything in your power to succeed.
Man, let's talk about the impact Coach Campbell has had. I mean, he comes in year one and just totally turns the program around from culture to winning attitude to the self-belief. Can you talk about the impact that Coach Campbell's had on you and your team?
It's unbelievable what he's able to do in such a short amount of time. Yeah. His approach to the game is not like no other. He admits that this game made his life, and that's what he's trying to push to us. That this game is going to make us into the young men we are, and that no matter how much we like or dislike this game, it's the best in the world.
Man, from here on out, your name's in the history books, bro. Just want to say congratulations, man. And keep going.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, life ain't.
Yes, sir. It ain't over.
You got still a lot of things to accomplish.
Sir. Man, congratulations.
Man, that's
crazy. It for this game. Let's check out the highlights. Centennial versus Sunrise Mountain. Welcome back to the FSM Prep Rally. Joining us now is the 4A champion, Centennial head football coach, DJ Campbell.
Appreciate it. Man.
All right, I'm going to start at the journey.
Yeah.
I think of Leon Evans. Mm-hmm. I think of Dustin Forshee, guys that we've known and coached with before.
Yeah.
And as you come into this program and taking over a program that was 1-18 and 9-1, going into this 6-0 in league, and you come out here and you drop a 40 burger on Sunrise Mountain and win a state title in your first year coaching, man. How does that feel?
Man, it's surreal, man. It's surreal. Like, I knew that I wanted to come back to Centennial just because I love the community. I love everything, like you said, knowing Leon and knowing Dustin and being appreciative of those guys and putting me in this position, because if it weren't for those guys, I wouldn't be here right now. But I just love the community so much that I knew that I wanted to come back, and when the opportunity came about for me to actually be the head guy, I jumped on it. And in my first meeting, I told the guys, I said, it's winning in the Legion or nothing. I'm not coming in saying we're just going to make the playoffs or anything like that. We're going full force, but that's just the competitor in me. You know, I'm always striving for the best, and just seeing the growth of these kids from the first day in the weight room to spring ball, summer to now is crazy, man. These kids are such better young men than when I got them, and that's my biggest thing, you know.
Coach, if you had one word to describe this team that won the championship, you know, I seen one kid didn't get cleared till a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
You guys went through a war last year. I mean, the team I seen in the spring is not the team I seen today,
Right.
Coach. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see this.
Yeah.
If you had one word to describe this team, what would you?
Sisu. So our offensive coordinator, we watched a movie before the season started, and it's about a former German soldier who's a gold miner, and he finds gold randomly just digging one day, and the closest bank is 500 something miles away. And so he had to go through essentially hell to get there. Like German people, they tried to hang him, they tried to shoot him, put him through a landmine, but no matter what, it was fight, grit, and determination. And eventually he got to the bank. And so our motto was Sisu all season, and we always said, no matter what happens, make sure we cash in at the bank. So we just cashed in, and that's Sisu.
What's that an acronym for, like the SISU?
It's German. It's not an acronym. It's a German word that means grit and determination.
So I look at this team, and I see about 4 or 5 players on the team who we coached their older brothers.
Yeah.
I know those guys were around throughout the year, and I know this week, and you had something special this week having Luke Kuechly speak to the guys on Zoom, a former teammate of yours.
Right.
Talk about what that means to you.
So really, it's showing the boys that it's not just about us. They have so much support from everywhere, from here to all of my college teammates, Cam Jordan, Keenan Allen, Marvin Jones, all the way to Luke Kuechly. Like all of my guys who I played with are in support of them. You know, and that just means the world. And it's just letting them know, like, the last 2 years wasn't Centennial identity, you know, and that they weren't defeated. They weren't counted out anymore. Like, we were back, and everybody's noticing it.
What does this moment feel like, Coach?
Man,
Can you explain it?
This is surreal, man. This is surreal. And I told my boys in the first meeting, I said, no longer will we be 1-18. And no longer will we be anybody's homecoming game. And I told the seniors that I wanted this for them because they're the ones who stuck around when everybody else transferred on them, players quit on them and didn't come back. These dudes stuck it out. And so I wanted this one for this senior class.
We're not supposed to root as media guys, right? I ain't gonna lie. We had to sit on the Sunrise Mountainside, and I'm rooting hard for you.
Out of control.
Out of control.
It is what it is.
I mean, look, it's Bulldog bred, Bulldog strong, right? That's what it is. You know, once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog, bro. I am so happy for you. I know we talked.
Appreciate it.
Full disclosure, when he got the job in the spring, we spoke on the phone for about an hour.
Yep.
And I literally said, you're gonna win 4A next year. And let's just get there.
The power of manifestation, man. Power of manifestation. Just believing in it, putting the work in, being committed and dedicated, and good things that happen. And that's really what we really preached with the boys this year. Like, nothing's going to be given like to us. We got to go earn it. Like, that was like first hashtag I put up when I got the job, is earn it. And we have to. You know, we didn't have the respect over the last 2 seasons like I think that we should, and we just had to go prove it.
That being that, I just want to congratulate you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
That's a hell of a feat to win a state championship.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Because I don't think he like me. He never got one in high school. We
Never.
played around the same time.
Never got one.
Was on a hell of a team.
Yeah.
But nah, never got one.
Never
but
got
right
one.
here, he accomplished the dream.
To be raised here, play high school football here, and win it. I mean, that's gonna be something.
My man said he got one in '95.
95.
Never had state championships in '95.
You see what I got to deal with.
Listen, we should have got one in Cheyenne all them years, but you know we didn't. But this is for everybody. Every coach that I've ever had, Coach Anthony, everybody that I ever had. This is for you guys, man.
Man, before we let you go, I just want to say I ran into Coach Evans pregame, and talking to him, I think everybody that's been associated with the program in its entirety.
Yeah.
Is beyond proud of you.
Appreciate it.
Just thank you for the job that you did in bringing the program back to where it is, bro.
Thank you.
And I said it before, I think this team is the next Silverado, winning X amount straight. I'm going to stick to it. So
it's not the next Silverado, it's the next Centennial. Bingo.
I like that.
Yeah, bingo. I like that even better.
Bingo.
Yes, sir.
Coming up next, Liberty Gorman. Welcome back to the FSM Prep Rally, and it was the 5A Division I championship game. The number 1 team in the country, Bishop Gorman, took on the number 2 team in the state of Nevada, Liberty. Came away with a big 56-11 victory. Coach, first of all, congratulations on the natty.
Thank you very much.
It's not just a state, it's a natty. Yeah. Let's just be honest. You know, number 1 in all 3 polls, and 4 including ours, and you swept them. first of all, what's going through your mind winning this national championship?
You know, we always say it's hard to win, and that was a good team we just played. Again, like we were just talking, that team's only lost to number 1 and number 2 team in the nation, right? That's another national team. Like, that shows how good football is here in Nevada. Like, Nevada has great football. To bring a national championship back to Nevada is amazing. Like, that's amazing. And I know everybody's like Bishop Gorman, but it's Nevada's national championship. So, you know, I'm still kind of like in the middle of it, but, you know, like it's just amazing. Like, who gets to play another nationally ranked team to end the thing? Because we basically just played a national championship game. They should beat Bosco. I watched them play that game. That's a good freaking football team we just played. And to do what we did, I think it just kind of shows and solidifies how good our team is.
You know, Coach, it was a lot. It took a lot to get here.
Yeah.
Though this group of kids, COVID. We're going Hamilton, modern day.
Yeah.
We get it done.
Yes.
Those guys told me, Coach, when I talked to them as 8th graders, they were coming here to win the national championship. They got it done. How special, how happy are you for that group of kids?
I am. You know, that's the first group of kids I took over when I was a head coach, and they had to sit out a full year.
Yeah.
So that was kind of that. I think as I look at the totality of what they went through to get to this point, yes, you got Hamilton. What did it do? It changed how we did things, right? It made us better. It would hurt. It hurt probably worse. Hurt more than I never tell you.
Yeah.
But it made us better. It made us the team that we are. Talking about modern day last year. Again, it hurt, but it made us better. And, you know, for us to culminate this last year and to do what we did, I think it's amazing to have this group of kids. I'm blessed and lucky to have coached them.
Yeah.
To honored to even be around this group of kids, man, because they are, you know, I mean, half the time it's on autopilot.
Yeah.
I don't, like, they do it, like, told E9 one time, hey, take everybody out and do this, and he's gone and he's already doing it. We're having a coach meeting. I'm like, oh yeah, the kids already started. We got to hurry up and we got to go.
Yeah.
You know, we talked in the past about how the Hamilton game gave you some PTSD. Is that demon exercise now?
No, never will be. And I think I needed it because a game like this, again, everybody looks at it like it's a blowout. The whole time I'm looking at it like Hamilton. And I think I got to stay in that kind of mode. I think it's something I needed to grow as a head coach. You never know why the Lord put you through some things, but he does for a reason, because what if we take our foot off the gas? What if we don't do things? What if we don't execute? What if, you know, all these things that happened in that game they can't happen no more. I tell the kids all the time, I'm psycho. I'm literally psycho. And I tell them, I'm going to be psycho, and let them know up front, because I want you to get what you deserve. And I know it's going to take me to be psycho for you to get what you deserve.
And for the most part, Coach, as a head coach, you got this group right here, y'all grew up together.
Yes.
The coaching staff grew. I've seen a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, so it's so rewarding to sit back, and, you know, Gorman was the national power at one time. They took a dip. You brought it back, man. You got to give yourself some credit too, Coach.
Seriously.
Tap yourself on the back sometimes, man, because every time I talk to you, you always want to give everybody else credit. Coach, you brought it back.
You know what? I would say we did as a team.
Yeah.
Like, having Coach Canfield has been a blessing to have him back.
Man, yeah.
You know,
that
what
guy
he's
right
been
there.
able to do, and it's amazing. Like, we'll call plays that we haven't ran since May, and the kids like can execute it. Like, that's not even normal. Having Coach Cosgrove as the defensive coordinator has been a blessing too. He's really, really good at what he does, and definitely, and he's the weight strength coach too. I mean, them kids are strong, like crazy strong.
Yeah.
So having those guys and the rest of the coaching staff that puts in the hours, that does those things and has to deal with me. So that's why I give them probably more credit than I do, because they're dealing with me on a cycle basis.
Man, you had a long layoff between your last game and then this game. What did you do to keep the guys sharp? Because you didn't come out, I mean, yeah, you had the early fumble tonight, but you also didn't come out flat. You guys still looked sharp. The offense still looked like it was moving. Is that a credit to not just, you know, your staff? And that is a credit to you and your staff. But what about Micah Alhado? I mean, like, he may go down. He may be the best quarterback in Bishop Gorman history.
Easily.
And he had like 80-something touchdowns and no interceptions.
Yeah, no,
he didn't throw a pick all year.
Something crazy.
And we didn't miss, we're missing 3 games. Because we were supposed to play 3 more games, and I think we only finished with, what is it, our 12th game? Like, so we're missing 3 games that we normally play.
Yeah.
I would say, you know what? It's all about experiences. Last year we played Chaminade. We waited 4 weeks to play that game. And they had just got off. And I think that was a big process that we learned from, and we were able to take what we did in those weeks off, because 4 weeks is a long time for high school kids. But we kind of particulated all that stuff into these last 2 weeks. So I think that game alone gave us that gave us that readiness, right? So to come out fast and be able to play, because again, those guys were really, really good. I mean, I think people don't realize, it would say it started right after Mater Day, but I think this group, it started for the Shamadan game, right? Like, we just beat the number 3 team in the nation, and they've been going since.
And Coach, I want to bring up a kid that doesn't get a lot of love, but needs to. Jacob Norcross.
Yes.
My man is the left guard at Bishop Gorman. You know about the left tackle. You know about the center. You know about the right guard. You know about the right tackle. Jacob Norcross. There's guys behind him with some stars on their names.
Yep.
That meant nothing to him. I remember seeing you guys in the offseason. I'm like, who's this kid? Just a program kid. Worked his butt off. What can you say about Jacob, man?
You know what? Like you said, a program kid.
Yeah.
And we start I would say every week, you got to earn your job.
Yeah.
We have kids that started this. This was their first start because they earned it. It's just, hey, every week we treat it like college. So they get that. Jacob Norcross, again, a kid that has just been grinding. Again, there's guys that come in that got everything right there. The best guy plays.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. If you're the best guy, you're going to play. You might not start in the beginning, but you could always start at the end. You might get better through the season. We don't know. Like, I'm not going to be like, hey, you started in the beginning. Like, hey, guess what? This guy's been playing great. He's been balling. I'll tell you, a kid that did that this week is Brayton Correa. He did not. He played a little bit for us early. Kind of didn't, still needed some time. He had just got with us, and it was last game, and he was starting to kind of make those moves up, and he had amazing special teams game, like amazing to the point where I was like, hey, we need to take a look at this kid, because there's a hunger that he's got, right? And somebody else is slacking a little bit. So guess what? You know your stuff? You ready to go? All right, you in? So that's how we roll.
Well, man, look, on behalf of everybody at Franchise Sports Media, congratulations to you and your staff, everybody associated with Bishop Gorman, your players, admin for winning a natty, the 4th in school history. And we want to do right now is show everybody the highlights. And after that, we'll catch you guys next season on the FSM Prep Rally. Here's Gorman versus Liberty.
And before we out, we want to thank you guys, because y'all showed us love for all year, man.
Absolutely.
You're welcome. I tag along on trips with you. You open your heart up to us, but yeah, just want to, from the franchise, man, I want to thank you.
No, I definitely want to thank you guys. I think the kids love it. I think it's important for the kids. I think it's important for Nevada football. What you guys do is important, not only for just us, but for everybody. You guys aren't just with us. You guys are with everybody. You guys are taking an interest in Nevada football. It is amazing what you guys do, because we need you guys to do it more, because it's important. I think people don't realize that, like other states, like this is a big piece of why they play. They want this. They need this. You guys, what you guys do is needed. You guys are needed. So thank you guys. Even behind the camera, thank you so much. What you're doing is needed. The kids love it, and I appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you. Good, brother, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, brother.
All good. Here's the highlights of the game. We'll see you next season.